On this episode, we ask if anyone ever cares, making art that's real, and a chill step artist that's got my heart pumping. Hey everybody, and welcome to Finish Friday, the show that helps more creative people change more lives. I am your host, Todd B. from Tennessee, and I created this show because on a scale of 1 to remembering to write a how hard is creativity thing on every episode, creativity is hard, and sometimes finishing those things is even harder. Yeah, I started rolling and realized I didn't have a joke. So there's that. If you guys have missed it, I wrote a post last week called I spent an hour writing one email and this is what it said. I think that post will be very valuable to a lot of you because it addresses an issue that a lot of artists go through. It's a very business side of thing that a lot of you guys are missing and a lot of people don't get. I will definitely link that up in the comments. Make sure to check it out. Other than that, man, I'm enjoying summer. Tennessee actually today is beautiful. It's pretty normal. Soon my wife and I are going to take a vacation in Salem. There will be no Finish Friday that week. Sorry guys, I'll try to release something to kind of keep you going until the week when I return. But that's what's going on with me. Let's get into today's topic. I'm making today's topic specifically for the people in my audience right now who feel belittled because you do art. I think a lot of times we start as kids and the message is be creative, do your dreams, like chase everything you want. But then as we grow up, we get into this world of, oh, you need to get a hardline, responsible, reliable, secure, safe job. And while this stuff is all well intentioned, it is not meant for you. Look, I think we get confused sometimes. Even as artists, you guys, I struggle with this a lot, and I struggled with this coming up. And that is the fact that you may need to write this down right now. That is the fact that art is a real thing. It's not a nice to have. It's not a luxury. It is imperative to the human condition. Look, and if you doubt this, ask yourself right now, have you seen a movie that's changed your life? Have you read a book that's changed your life? Have you seen a post that's changed your life? Have you looked at an infographic that's changed your life? And if the answer is yes to any of those questions, then you know that art is a real thing. And as a matter of fact, as we're moving into the world where machines and robots are taking over most of our ordinary, repeatable tasks, I would argue that art is the most real thing you can possibly do as a human being. And so I want to encourage you this week to start to embrace that inner artist, embrace that inner art, because it is the most real thing that you will ever do with your life. Turn off this video as soon as it's over and get back to creating what makes you the most unique creature on the planet. And you know what that is. Look inside you and figure it out, and then spend the rest of your life trying to show it to the world. I can hear like all the transitions in the song playing in my head. This week's question of the week comes from Angelique. You guys can ask a question anytime down below in the comments. Email todd@toddbryson.com or text me. If you guys don't know my number yet and you haven't found it, here it is, 615-428-3309. I'd love to hear you and get in touch from you. Last time I did that, my phone got flooded, so I can't promise it'll be a quick reply, but it will be one, probably, hopefully. Today's question comes from Angelique. Angelique says, I get aggravated when people don't care. Is there a job where people do, other than, when you start your own business? Angelique, I have sad news for you. No. And the reason I say that is because I know from a lifetime of experience that there are some positions where people care and where people are involved. But what I mean, and you're referring to a post specifically, is I think that people will not care about what you specifically care about. And that's why I started this show off with a link to the post I wrote last week. It's about how to make people understand and try and jump on board with the things that you care about. And as far as creating your own business to make people care, guys, that's even worse. That's even harder. Like, the reason I have to stand here week after week and motivate you and motivate me to keep creating your art is because we know the reality of this situation, which is that people don't care a lot. And that's something that you got to come to terms with. And so instead, what do? You sit there and go, oh, it's dismal, nobody cares. Or do you understand that then you have to try that much harder to make quality stuff and be able to communicate that stuff to everyone else? There are steps to be taken to get people to care, but care by default, they will not. And so I want to strengthen your resolve today, Angelique, and say that it's definitely a struggle to get people to care no matter what platform you're at. But the ways that I know to do it are to keep making quality stuff and keep focusing on packaging your idea, your novel or whatever it is, in a way that someone else can understand. A lot of times people will ask me, or I'll ask people, hey, what's your novel about? And they'll get into oh, it's really complicated, which is the wrong answer. I think a lot of times as artists, we want to overcomplicate what we do to sound smart and brilliant, but the reality is it's going to fit in a package that people can understand. And so if you're obsessed with making that quality as good as you can possibly make it, and obsessed with the communication and the packaging of what you're trying to do, then eventually you will reach a magic place where people care. This week, the artist spotlight goes on an artist named Petroleum Jellies. And something tells me that that's not his real name. Although I really hope that it is. I'm gonna have to tag him in this video and see if he's officially changed his name to Petroleum Jellies. I don't have much else to say about this guy. He's a chill step artist who has gotten me through a lot of sessions of writing and focus. So he's a DJ, and so instead of sitting here prattling on about what he is and does and could be, I'm instead going to enter into part of my favorite mix lately, which is called Ice and Fire, or Fire and Ice, and have that play for a couple minutes, and you guys just enjoy.
Those who shared in his crimes, I denounce him and detain him. I strip him of all ranks, titles, of all lands and holdings, and sentence him to death.
Yeah, I'll just let you keep rocking to that here in a second. I'm gonna link it down below. As soon as you finish this, go down and watch the rest of that video. Thank you so much for watching episode 26. Before I go, you guys know what's coming. Ask the audience. This week I wanna know, what is your current favorite YouTube video? Show me some links down below. It could be yours. Self-promotion is definitely encouraged on this show. It can be funny. It can even be inspiring. I don't care what it is. Link it down below if you've watched lately. Don't forget to give this show a thumbs up. And again, I am Todd B from Tennessee, and I will talk with you soon.